The moment you pass 60, air travel quietly changes. Nothing on your ticket looks different. The airport feels the same. Yet behind the scenes, a hidden system activates one most travelers never see. Inside airline and airport policies across the US, Europe, and Asia, there are privileges created specifically for senior passengers. They reduce stress, shorten waiting time, and can quietly save you hundreds of dollars on a single trip. But almost no one ever uses them. Why? Because airlines don't talk about them, airports don't post signs, and booking sites never show them. These benefits live in internal rules, buried terms, and silent procedures that only respond when you ask the right question. And here's the most important part. Turning 60 doesn't unlock these rights automatically. Knowledge does. In this video, you're about to discover 9 overlooked travel rights available to passengers over 60, some you can claim immediately even before your next flight. Miss them and nothing happens. Use them and everything changes. Number 1. The free airport assistance most seniors walk past. Most travelers believe airport assistance is only for people in wheelchairs or those with medical documents. That belief is wrong. At nearly every major airport, free personal assistance is available to travelers over 60, and it's your right, not a favor. This can include wheelchairs, electric carts, and even a personal escort who guides you from check-in through security and all the way to your gate. No doctor's note required. No proof of disability. No explanation needed. So why do millions of seniors still walk long distances through crowded terminals every day? Because airports rarely promote this service. Advertising it would mean assigning more staff, more vehicles, and more coordination. Silence is easier. And the system is designed to wait for you to speak first. But those who do, they glide through terminals, calmly conserve energy, and avoid unnecessary stress. These services were created to prevent fatigue falls and confusion, so travel remains dignified, not exhausting. All it takes is one request. Online at check-in or at the counter. I'd like senior passenger assistance, please. If you don't ask, no one will offer. If you do, everything changes. Number 2. The last-minute seat upgrade most seniors never try. Right before boarding begins when the gate is crowded and announcements blur together. Something important happens behind the counter. The seating chart shifts one final time. Missed connections, last-minute cancellations, no-shows. Suddenly better seats open up, front rows, extra legroom, sometimes even premium sections. And here's the part almost no one tells you. Passengers over 60 are often first in line if they ask. In those final minutes, gate agents have discretion. They can choose who gets moved forward. Calm, respectful senior travelers fit that profile perfectly. Yet most people never realize this window exists. They sit, they scroll, they wait, and the opportunity disappears. But travelers who approach the desk just before boarding and say, "Are there any seat upgrades available for senior passengers?" often walk away with a better seat. No payment, no elite status, no tricks. Reports from European airlines confirm it. A majority of seniors who ask politely at the right moment receive an upgrade or added comfort. The worst answer you'll get is no. The best a far better flight than you expected. Number 3. The compensation and refund rights airlines hope you never use. When a flight is delayed, canceled, or a connection is missed, most passengers sigh and accept whatever they're told. Senior travelers shouldn't. If your flight is delayed more than 3 hours, canceled without proper notice, or causes you to miss a connection, you may be entitled to far more than an apology. Depending on the situation, that can include cash refunds, hotel accommodation, meal vouchers, ground transportation, or free rebooking. That's the legal minimum. What airlines rarely mention is this: many carriers have internal senior flexibility policies. Quiet guidelines that allow staff to offer better solutions when the passenger is over 60, priority rebooking lounge access, or higher value meal credits. But here's the catch. Agents almost never offer these benefits first. The system is built to wait and see who stays silent. The moment you calmly identify yourself as a senior traveler and clearly state your request, a different section of the rulebook opens. Words like extra consideration and senior welfare suddenly apply. So don't stand in line hoping for mercy. Go directly to the airline counter and say, "I'm a senior traveler requesting the full compensation available for this disruption." You'll be surprised how quickly the conversation changes. Number 4. The senior discounts booking sites never show. Here's one of the biggest travel myths still fooling millions of people. Booking through comparison sites always gives you the lowest fare. For senior travelers, that's often false. Many airlines quietly offer exclusive discounts for passengers over 60, but you will never see them on flight comparison websites or travel apps, right? Because those systems don't know your age and they're not designed to ask. When you search on platforms like Expedia or Skyscanner, the algorithm assumes you're paying full price. But go directly to the airline's official website, enter your date of birth, or select senior passenger, and suddenly new prices appear. Sometimes the discount is 10%, sometimes 25%. Other times it's free seat selection, early boarding, or flexible cancellation. And here's the uncomfortable truth. More than 70% of eligible senior travelers never receive these discounts, not because they don't qualify, but because they never activate them. Airlines quietly keep the savings when you stay silent. So before you click, book now, pause. Visit the airline directly. Look for senior fares. Or call and ask one simple question. Do you offer senior pricing? Because the cheapest ticket isn't always visible. Sometimes it's hidden behind knowledge. Number 5. The quiet priority boarding right no one announces. If you've ever stood in a long boarding line while families and elite members walked past, here's something airlines almost never say out loud. Many carriers quietly allow priority boarding for passengers over 60. It's not announced over the loudspeaker. It's not printed on your boarding pass. And it's rarely mentioned by staff. But inside airline systems, there's often a silent option. A flag that can be activated when a senior passenger asks. Once applied, it allows you to board early, settle in calmly, and avoid the chaos that comes with crowded aisles and overhead bins. Why keep it hidden? Because early boarding slows the process and requires extra coordination. Airlines prefer efficiency over comfort, so they wait for you to request it first. The process is simple. At check-in or at the gate, politely ask, "Do you offer priority boarding for senior passengers?" In many cases, the agent can adjust your status instantly. No fee, no explanation, no debate. That early boarding window changes everything. You store your bag without stress, sit comfortably, and watch the rush from your seat. It's one of the easiest rights to claim, yet one of the least used. Because the system isn't designed to deny you, it's designed to see if you know to ask. Number 6. The free in-flight food and drinks most seniors never ask for. Here's a secret hidden behind every polite smile from the cabin crew. Not everything on the menu actually costs money. Even on airlines where snacks and drinks appear fully paid. Many still follow an unspoken internal rule. Flight attendants are often allowed, sometimes even encouraged, to offer complimentary items to senior passengers who ask respectfully. Coffee, tea, juice, a light snack. You'll never see this printed on the menu. And that's intentional. Airlines want passengers to assume everything comes with a price tag. The fewer people who ask, the more profitable the flight becomes. But behind the scenes, discretion exists. Internal crew surveys reveal that a majority of flight attendants admit they frequently provide free refreshments to travelers over 60 who simply ask kindly. No entitlement, no demands, just a human moment. Try this simple line next time you fly. Do you have any special perks for senior travelers today? You may not always get a free item, but often you will. And even when you don't, you'll usually receive something just as valuable: extra care patience and a warmer experience in the cabin. Because airlines quietly build compassion into their systems. They just never announce it. Number 7. The extra baggage rule that quietly saves seniors hundreds. Every year, thousands of senior travelers pay baggage fees they never actually owed. Not because they packed too much, but because no one told them the rule. Many airlines quietly allow extra baggage allowances for passengers over 60. Sometimes it's additional weight. Sometimes it's an extra bag. And sometimes it's a fee that simply disappears. The problem: you'll almost never see this benefit advertised. It's buried deep inside the airline's conditions of carriage, written in dense legal language few people ever read. Booking emails won't mention it. Promotional pages ignore it. And comparison sites never show it. But the rule exists. On some European and Asian airlines, it's part of senior passenger policy. On others, it only appears when you ask at check-in or through customer support. And that single question has saved experienced travelers anywhere from 50 to 100 euros per flight. Why keep it quiet? Why keep it? Because airlines profit from silence. The fewer people who claim it, the more baggage fees they collect. So before your next flight, search the airline's site for senior or special passenger policy. And even if you find nothing, ask anyway. The most valuable benefits are usually the ones they don't want you to notice. Number 8. The seat upgrade window most seniors miss. Here's a truth airlines rarely admit. Some of the best seats on the plane are released for free just hours before departure. No miles, no elite status, no upgrade fee. And passengers over 60 are often the first ones the system quietly favors. Every major airline reshuffles its seating chart shortly before a flight leaves. Cancellations happen. Connections are missed. Premium and front row seats that were locked earlier suddenly reopen. But almost no one benefits because most people check in too early. That's the mistake. When you check in 24 hours ahead, your seat is frozen. But the hidden opportunity appears 3 to 5 hours before departure. That's when the algorithm unlocks better seats. Aisles, windows, front rows, all quietly visible if you log in at the right time. Airlines often mark senior travelers as ideal passengers: calm, reliable, low risk. Exactly who they prefer to move forward when better seats appear. No pleading, no awkward conversations, just timing. Wait, log in during that window, and claim what most travelers never even see. Because the best seat isn't always for those who pay more, it's for those who know when to move. Number 9. The hidden airport services no one tells seniors about. At the world's largest airports, there's a quiet system operating in the background, one designed specifically for travelers over 60. Most people rush past it every day without ever realizing it exists. These services aren't listed on departure boards. They're not mentioned in booking emails. And no one points them out at check-in. Yet they're real. If you know how to ask, airports can provide personal assistance that completely changes your experience. Imagine bypassing long security lines, avoiding endless terminal walks, and no longer struggling with heavy luggage. Instead, a staff member escorts you through the airport, helps with your bags, and guides you calmly all the way to your gate. Here's what surprises most people. You don't need a medical condition, you don't need a disability certificate, and you don't need to look frail. Your age and your request are enough. These services were created to protect senior travelers from exhaustion, confusion, and unnecessary stress. But airports rarely promote them because they require extra staff time and resources. Silence is cheaper. So the rule is simple. Those who ask receive. Those who don't never know what they missed. And all it takes is one sentence. Do you offer assistance for senior passengers? Once you know, these hidden travel rights flying will never feel the same again. What once seemed like stress delays and extra costs now reveals itself as a system full of quiet opportunities available to those who know how to ask. None of these benefits are favors. They already exist, written into policies airlines never promote. The difference between missing them and using them isn't luck or status. It's knowledge. So the next time you step into an airport, remember this: stay calm. Ask the right questions and never assume the first answer is the final one. Because the smartest travelers aren't the ones who pay more. They're the ones who know what's already theirs.